can the believers in heaven look down here on earth and see us Christians as we go about honoring the Lord over here and maybe getting in trouble over there? Well, let's take a look at this, because we have some friends, such as Susan, who brought up a very, very good point here. They said, well, after all, I'm getting confused. Hebrews 12:1 says, wherefore we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily besets us, and let us with endurance run the race that's before us. Doesn't this mean, many people ask, that there's some sort of a celestial stadium, and these ones are on heavenly bleachers, our loved ones and those other believers, followers of the faith, cheering us on, go, go? I remember more than once hearing this type of a message over whenever I was going to these little country churches throughout Pennsylvania. But the thing is, we want to take a look at this in its whole context and understand what it really means. You see, some people think that the Bible was written automatically, chopped into or divided into chapters and verses, and that's just not so. It wasn't until 1205 that a dedicated man by the name of Stephen Langton found it would be a quicker reference to divide the Bible, each of these books, into chapters. The division into verses wouldn't come for centuries later, but at that time, he would see a thought and then carry the chapter through, and every once in a while there was an unfortunate break, and this is one of them. Hebrews 12:1 should be attached to Hebrews 11. It's not a new thought. It's a continuation, very strongly, of the thought in there. So what's Hebrew 11 about? Hebrews chapter 11 is what is known universally as the Heroes' Hall of Faith. This is talking about the Old Testament examples, leaders, these stalwarts of the faith, looking forward to seeing Yahweh in the heavenly kingdom, living by that faith. And it gives you 18 examples. Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Rahab, Sarah, and on and on. You'll see a number of names there by faith. Wonderful examples. Read it. It's a very, very stirring chapter. Then this next verse says, wherefore, since we are surrounded by this great cloud of examples. Okay, that's what witnesses really means here. These are examples. As one Bible scholar says, they're not witnessing us. They're witnessing to us. The great cloud are examples of faith and how they lived. We should follow that example, put aside our sin, and then get to the race of following strongly the faith that we have in honoring God. That's what this is talking about here. And as we honor Christ, we're looking at these examples who looked forward to the Messiah to come and live that way. So, in conclusion, this is not talking about those in heaven looking down here and saying, look, you should have talked more to that person, or why are you eating that for dinner? That's no good. Or look at what they're doing. They're having a great time. It just doesn't say that at all. It's in reference to the examples of faith that we see. Hope this helps.